This week, I will turn 66. My desire, like that of many senior citizens and baby boomers, is to leave a legacy by which I will be remembered. Growing up, I was consumed with adding value to my life and to the lives of my family and children. I acknowledge that I made many mistakes, but I have come to the conclusion that there are no such things as mistakes, there are only learning experiences. My patriarchal blessing predicted my life accurately so far, but the end is yet to be revealed. In my blessing, or cursing as the case may be, it states, "In your experiment with life you will come to know deception. Falsehoods and bitter conflicts will hurl about you. As you mingle with this opposition, listen to learn and not to debate. You will absorb inspiration and wisdom. Attention is a distinguishing mark of genius. You will come to know defeat, but final victor, for truth and love never falls dead. They have such affinity with the souls of men and women that their seed, however broadcast, will lodge somewhere and produce their hundredfold." I moved to Salt Lake City from Spokane, Washington in June of 2002. I'd just gone through a horrible divorce of my own making and lost $450,000 in the stock market. My oldest daughter, who was living in Salt Lake, offered me a place to live in her basement. Here I worked at a retail job and began attending a 12-step recovery meeting. I was addicted to food, to chaos, and to praise. The job was menial and painful and challenged me technically and required me to be reasonable to people that were unreasonable to me. Recovery worked, the job didn't. And when I started into this 12-step recovery program, miracles began to happen. The first major miracle came from an angel in the form of a cousin of mine that invited me to dinner and then proceeded to sell me a trailer house in West Valley for $1. His mother-in-law had moved out of this trailer house and was not able to take care of herself anymore. The interest rates were too low so that anybody who could get a loan would buy a house, and the rules of the trailer park required that the occupant be the owner. The next miracle came via another angel, a little Italian woman that saw me sitting in the sand at Schofield Reservoir, where I'd spent a lot of time in my youth. As she walked down the beach, she looked at me and she said, "Stephen, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing, except writing the truth about life. And the truth is, life sucks." She said, "You have something to do now because I need your help." And she hired me as a transitional counselor and therapist for a junior high school in Layton. She pulled me back into my profession. And through that position, I got hired by Davis Behavioral Health. And it was while at Davis Behavioral Health I developed the Power of Nothing and Killing the It program. These were recovery programs that I used as a therapist. The name of my corporation is What Works LLC. And I am a student of What Works, and What Works is the 12 steps of recovery. The first 3 being, number 1, I acknowledge that when my life is out of control. Number 2, it's going to require somebody smarter than me to restore me to sanity. And number 3, I make a commitment to turn my life and my will over to the care of God, my Heavenly Father and His Son, Jesus Christ. About 6 years ago, God showed me my weakness to help me maintain my humility. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, which forced me to disability and to retirement. My goal now is to spread the word about what works, and what works is a relationship with God. I declare my commitment to Him and to share His miracle with you. I also invite you to participate in the sharing of His word. Leave a note below about where you stand, and we can begin this recovery process together. Thanks for showing up.